Hello everyone, welcome to the stream. I'm Indoor Wander, and today we'll have another crack at Spider-Man. And hopefully, now that I just woke up from a nap and am drinking a caffeinated beverage right now, maybe I will not fall asleep like I did last time. Slightly embarrassing, but really not that important, I suppose. I'll try to make up for whatever time I lost the last stream, so might go till, I don't know, 6 or maybe 7 something.
I gotta get home to sleep.
Yeah, that's what happened to me last stream. But yeah, I've made it official. This time I'm going to ignore all side missions. There's no need to do that for what I'm trying to do. So I apologize if that's what you're looking forward to. I'll do the DLC missions, but I will not take another stab at side missions. I don't see any point.
Defend myself against the spurious claims from McDonald Mac Gargan, aka the Scorpion.
This is kind of interesting.
As I fully disclosed, I
Very
bankrolled
loyal
the experiment
comic.
that gave him superior strength, speed, and that unsightly cyborg tail. The
Absurd,
idea
but
was
loyal.
to create an anti-Spider-Man who is not a threat.
A newspaper
and
editor
stop
creates a supervillain
menace.
to stop
I
Spider-Man.
had no idea he was crazy. Do you think his resume
Yeah.
said psycho with a poisoning fetish? His lawsuit is a transparent attempt to reduce his sentence at the raft by placing the blame for his deeds on me. And that is one package J. Jonah Jameson refuses.
Yeah, very absurd story, but that's just early comics in general. Just weird, stupid stuff happened. And if I'm not mistaken, Mac Gargan actually was Venom for a short period of time in the comics. Or maybe a long period of time, I'm not sure, but I remember he was Venom in Marvel Ultimate Alliance 2. And Eddie Brock was Anti-Venom, I think, in a video game called Spider-Man Edge of Time. Both those are very good games. Edge of Time was surprisingly good. Had its problems, but it was a solid Spider-Man game. Even if it wasn't free roam. Which isn't usually a factor in my enjoyment, but
All units,
sometimes.
10:30 on an armored car. Suspects are
It
wearing
is.
masks. Bird
Oh,
on the east
oh.
village.
That's a very specific thing to say. Oh, wow. Okay, I don't know what that was all about. You know what? I'll do that. Side mission.
Demons are out of control, terrorizing the whole city.
我们要做非绿色做不到的事，我们要干掉蜘蛛人。蜘蛛侠，等我下来喽！小心机！
Okay. Okay, now maybe that won't interrupt me again. Nope, nope.
Why do the demons need that much cash?
So, yesterday the game, and I'm very interested in it, but there's a catch for me, and that is the fact that that game is essentially Dark Souls, or Dark Souls' cousin, and I'm like, nope. I've seen too many people flip out on those games on compilations on YouTube, so I'm like, nah, I'm gonna pass. But part of me still wants to get it, so I don't know. If I do, I definitely won't stream it at all. I don't want to look like a fool, if I don't already. No, that's wonderful.
Come on.
Empire Sanitation, this is Eddie.
Yeah, hi. I'm trying to track down some items that were accidentally picked up from a dumpster outside my apartment.
Dumpster number?
Hang on. Uh, 64476.
Psh, I wish I could do that.
33. Truck's already left its shift. If your stuff's not there, you're out of luck.
Wait, please. This is important. Can you at least tell me where the truck is?
Let me check. Alright. Looks like it should be at the municipal garage at Bowery and Grand.
Got it. Thanks, Eddie.
I don't think too
Municipal
much into
garage.
this.
Bowery and
But-
Grand. Not a problem.
That would be so awkward, just to look up on a building and see a dude naked changing into a weird
I
tight
don't care if I
costume.
lose everything else, but I have to find my Spidey drive.
I guess same
Can't
thing
be
happens.
that hard.
The reason I don't hold that
Finding
against the
a
game
tiny
is that
flash drive in a 30-ton garbage
happened in the
truck?
Batman Arkham games. Well, numerous instances where
I have years of research on that drive.
changing
Everything
into a
I've worked
costume
on since
happens
high
kind of
school.
almost in the open. But I'm willing to throw that out the window. It's a video game, not real life. Where's the vent? Oh, no.
Oh, of course it's locked. Can't have people stealing garbage. Maybe there's another way in.
As I mentioned, this music that's playing right now reminds me of GTA 5. I don't know why, it just does. It's kind of awkward.
It's not really breaking and entering if I don't break anything, right? Okay, no need to panic. Maybe they haven't dumped the trash yet.
Ew.
Nada. Okay, time to panic.
Empire Sanitation, this is Eddie.
Sorry, is there any chance the truck wasn't at the garage?
Sure, I guess. Just means it'd be somewhere in West Chinatown.
Great, I'm headed there now.
Hey, it's a long shot, but sometimes the guys stop for pizza before they drop off.
Really? I'll check out the pizza shops. Any idea which one?
One of the mom and pop joints, I think.
Jerry's?
No, that's uptown.
I mean original Jerry's.
Oh, right. No, started with an L, I think.
Larry's?
That's on the east side.
Leo's.
Leo's, yeah. That might be it. Man, I love Leo's.
I'll pick you up a pie. I owe you one.
No worries. Hope you find what you're looking for.
Thanks, Eddie.
I like that sort of banter between both of them. It goes to show you that he knows a lot about the city. Which is expected, but I mean, you don't really see that a lot. You know, someone showing off about, you know, where they
Should be
live.
some trucks close by. Nope, stuff's not here. There has to be another truck around here.
Discount suit, 70% off retail. Free custom tailoring, no buy department stores, waste your money. Best quality.
No sign of my stuff. What an interesting smell. Eddie, you're my only hope.
Not there either, huh?
You sure they were around here?
Well, the guys might have switched routes due to the upcoming Osborne rally. If your pickup was on Route 35, they'd be dropping off at the incinerator right now.
Incinerator?
Over by Manhattan Bridge. Better hustle.
Yeah, right there where that car almost hit me. If this was Spider-Man 2, I would have actually been hit by a car. That game was actually surprisingly brutal when it comes to physics. Jumping off buildings and collapsing into death. Getting hit by cars.
There's the incinerator. Hope I'm not too late.
Yeah, he's
Looks like trouble.
he's the oh no, that wasn't supposed to happen. He is definitely more experienced than Spider-Man. Okay. This fight is nowhere near as fluid as I was expecting it to be. Everyone's so spread out.
You okay?
Yeah, thanks. This gang's been terrorizing the whole neighborhood the last couple of days. There's probably more of them on the way.
I'll keep an eye out. Hey, mind if I look around for some personal items?
Sure, have at it. I gotta go file an incident.
Superhero digging through the trash.
I think that's it.
Which bag? Okay.
Please be here, please be here. Yes! Hope it still works. Phew, looks like everything's here. Hey look, an old gadget prototype. Looks kinda awesome. Why didn't I ever finish it?
I already have it, so.
I think I can make this work.
New Game Plus.
It's that guy from Spider-Man.
Uh-oh.
Ice him.
Alright, let me find the right one. It's kind of cool that he has these kind of gadgets, but at the same time, it makes him definitely makes it more inspired by the Arkham games, which is fine, but maybe they'll do something a little bit different in the second game. Especially if certain things are going to be in it.
Okay, well this night isn't quite going as planned. Where am I gonna sleep? Guess I could try MJ's.
Yeah, I heard about that. I don't know. It would be cool to see a full cinematic universe,
My way onto MJ's couch?
but I'm not sure.
Let's see.
It would be cool. I mean, there's definitely
hi,
hints
MJ, it's
in this
Peter.
game,
Any chance I could stay over to? Oh, that's too formal.
so I don't know. I'd hope so though, or just more. I really don't care as long as they're
Just in the
quality
neighborhood.
games.
Oh, that's lame.
But it would be an extra incentive if they were all connected.
Hey MJ, now that we're talking again, I thought maybe. Okay, that just sounds pathetic. Why am I making this such a big deal?
I know Square
friends,
Enix
right?
had the Avengers
Friends crash on
game
each
coming
other's
out.
couches all the time. It's not weird or anything. It's just a couch. MJ's couch. Oh, what am I thinking?
So yeah, I'm not sure.
Just got a web alert.
Web alert.
Looks like MJ's story just got published. I think I'll find somewhere else to stay. She's probably busy with work. I wish Harry was in town. I could crash with him.
Yeah, Sony loves their exclusives. I'm slightly indifferent to it, but I can understand
Someone left me a voicemail.
the need and want for more
Number's
games,
blocked
and I'm
out.
not a defensive exclusive
Long time no see.
character or person.
With me? Come to this address. Catch me if you can.
I think I know that voice.
Yeah, I can understand the need for more multi-platform games, but at the same time, I'm not gonna knock exclusives, because that is a big factor and a big thing in the industry.
Oh, boy.
Oh,
Rockets.
okay.
They got rockets.
That's true. Hopefully UA3 is good. It looks like it can be. It's just I'm not a big Nintendo kind of guy, so I wouldn't know what to exactly expect from it. Oh, that was cool. Got him.
Humans need a vacation or something. Dudes are way too high strung.
Oh yeah, the Black Cat missions. These
Hello,
were
Spider. Been
interesting.
thinking about you a lot lately. We were good together, weren't we? Maybe it's time to reignite the flame.
Black Cat. Don't tell me she's scoping out places to rob. She promised she would give up that life. What was she looking at?
Definitely
Anything
that.
Look out of place.
Let's see. Do I zoom in? Yeah. Gotta
There.
zoom.
One of her cats. She packs those with range extenders, then harvests nearby RFID signals. I'll let Yuri know to pick it up.
That's very complicated for a cat burglar, but okay.
Felicia's too smart to be putting herself at risk like this. She must be desperate for some reason. Better keep an eye out.
There may be a Fantastic Four reference in this
Hey
game.
Yuri, we still have Black Cat's suit
there
and equipment
was
in the evidence lockup, right?
I think so. Why?
Something
Is she back
scribbled
at it?
on some of
Maybe.
Peter's notes
Just double check and let me know
about
if her gear is
a
still
costume.
there.
Will do.
He's talking about something about bulletproof, and he said something about Ask RR or something like that. Reed Richards. So it's kind of.
Hey May.
I don't know if it's
Oh, wait,
actually
what's up?
it or not, but
I thought we were gonna meet up for
could be
dinner tonight.
Robbie Robertson
Oh,
too. But
right.
I highly doubt he would know much
Sorry,
about.
I forgot. It's
costumes.
been a hard day. We lost funding at the lab.
Oh, Peter, I'm sorry.
I also kind of got evicted from my apartment.
What? Do you have a place to stay tonight?
Actually, no. Not really. I hate to ask, but any chance you have room at the shelter?
Of course.
Yeah, Black Cat's kind of
There's a
weird.
couch in my office.
Thanks, May.
She's even more harsh in the DLC, I suppose would be a good way to put it. I'm not collecting all the collectibles and such, but if they're in my way, I'm gonna pick them up.
Receiving reports of a robbery. Suspects are armed.
Funny. My fear of heights didn't go away when I got my powers. Had to climb to the top of the Empire State to get over that.
Yeah, this is his alma mater, I suppose. Empire State University. The only thing I'm concerned about in the next Insomniac Spider-Man game is where do you go from here? You have an entire city here, and you do a lot of stuff in this game. You hit a lot of story notes. So, how can you keep that fresh? Yeah, the Arkham games had a better, side missions. This one started out good. The second one was the best, but then the third episode or whatever was just bad. Like, it wasn't, I don't know, it was just like, it wasn't handled very well. Silver Linings, yeah, it was just bleh. Second one was good though, I like Hammerhead, but
Can't believe I haven't slept since the Fisk takedown. Gotta start taking better care of myself.
What are you doing here so late?
yeah, this game really does the whole balancing Spider-Man and Peter Parker thing very well.
Hope May's couch is comfortable.
Yeah, the Hammerhead thing was just ridiculous. He was way better in the second part of the DLC.
I can't take this.
Turf War.
You can and you will.
I'll pay you back. Soon.
Just ask for help next time. Oh, you are so much like Ben. You have to learn to swallow that Parker pride and accept that you're human, like the rest of us. Martin.
Sorry to interrupt. Just wanted to let you know I'm headed out of town. You're in charge while I'm gone.
Well, you can count on me. How long will you be away?
Really don't know.
Is everything okay?
It's some personal business I've been planning for a while. But please take care of this place. It represents the best part of me.
He doesn't get enough screen time.
Well, guess
but
I better get
I think I
busy.
messed up and actually called him Penguin at one point earlier on. I was like,
Mr.
I mean,
Lee's okay.
definitely can see the influence, but he's not the Penguin.
Hello?
Hey, did you see my story?
So I
did.
just came off of like playing
Robbie
the
must
Arkham
be
games.
pretty
So
happy right now.
Yeah, it kind of went viral. And get this, Mayor Osborn just announced he's going to give Officer Davis an award this afternoon.
Wow. Wait, isn't Osborn's campaign rally this after? Oh, I see what he's doing.
Yeah, we all do. But still a pretty cool moment for Officer Davis and his family. I'll be there covering it. Wanna join me?
Yeah, of course. See you then.
Part of me understands why Tombstone was like that, because if you had another big criminal in a suit, you know, that's kind of, I don't know, that's I don't know. I think it's kind of a little dated, so I guess they had to do something, make him a little more, I don't know. You don't want to put him on the same exact thing as the Kingpin. You know, you want to make him a little bit different. I can understand that, but it is kind of, I don't know. I think it works. I think it's fine.
Taking money from
That's just me.
I should head out into the city and try to pay it forward. Another message from Doc.
Peter, I don't want to jinx us, but the lead I'm following
Oh,
might
Dr.
not only get the
Octopus is
project
so
back on its feet, but also
fantastic
expand
in this
it
game.
ways we never could have imagined. Everything happens for a reason. Even Norman pulling our plug.
Really hope this works out. Doc's work is too important to go unfinished.
Okay. There we go.
Harry's VIP card for the nightclub. Harry always tried to include me.
Well, I'm not gonna dive too deep into that. But
All units, 1034. Demons are firing on police. Nearest units converge on Lower Chinatown.
Demons are getting worse than Fisk ever was.
yeah,
Hey, Jeff. Congrats on the ceremony today.
surprised they could be talking right now.
A truck full of armed demons scares me less than public speaking. But I'm calling about something else.
What's up?
Just got a tip that the demons are moving on a Fisk construction site in Midtown. Wife would kill me if I ditched the ceremony prep to play cops and robbers, but I thought maybe my friendly neighborhood partner would want to know.
Understood. I'll do a swing by, let you know what I find. And hey, here's a tip on public speaking. Just picture everyone in their underwear. Wait, not Osborn. You know what? Just never mind.
Yeah, Howard the Duck will return in Insomniac Spider-Man 2. Oh, missed it. Trying to get in between those buildings.
Officers respond. We have a kidnapping in progress. Reported location is Kips Bay. Over.
Been watching all the MCU movies to gear up for Endgame. It's been fun. Just watched Avengers last night. So tonight, moving on to Iron Man 3. Which I will never understand why that movie gets the flack it gets. I can't really compare Ultimate Alliance to this. It's a little bit more of a classic kind of, you know, game. And it's a team game too, I think.
Consolidated.
This is probably one of Marvel's best, like, character games. Arkham Knight is good.
Here.
I've been playing Assassin's Creed Odyssey, and I'm beginning to pick up on the fact that
Looks like the demons are moving
Arkham
in
Knight
our
and
fist
Assassin's Creed Odyssey kind of suffer from a lot of the same problems. So far as I'm concerned, story-wise, there's just too much going on with side missions in the world, and it distracts from the story, in my opinion. Doesn't necessarily make it a bad game, but I think it's a little uneven in that regard. It's still a solid game. I put it on par with the first Arkham game, and Arkham City is my favorite, personally. Not that big of a fan of Arkham Origins because it's just Arkham City 2.0. Well, I mean, there's just a lot of too much to do, and the game does not force you down that sort of that narrative. It doesn't focus on the narrative as much as it should. And some of the Batmobile stuff is a little excessive, I think, in some regards. No, it's not bad. It's just not up there so far, like with some of the other titles. The titles on the series worked best as it continued to expand the Batman Arkham universe. Yeah, that was Amazing Spider-Man 2 was back in the day with the old the good old movie tie-ins. Don't see those anymore. But yeah, that was basically what that one was.
You got what you came for. You don't need to kill us too.
Fisk's territory.
Not today.
Yeah, I'm debating on whether or not I want to get Sekiro. That game's looks a little too intense for me. But not a big Dark Souls fan. I've seen enough to be concerned about my blood pressure. But I've also seen enough that it looks entertaining.
Hey, Willie.
You.
Nice jumpsuit. Slimming.
Stay out of my business.
Wait, the demons. Who's their leader?
Keep my men alive and maybe I'll tell you.
Saving bad guys from other bad guys. Not how I thought today would go.
If I'm not mistaken, this is the mission that was in all of the promotional videos and trailers.
I got their attention.
I like doing that. Very anticlimactic, but I like doing it. Oh, no, that's not him.
Better swing around the outside to look for Fisk's men.
I was ready to beat that dude up. Yeah, I'm just gonna ignore that dude. I'm just flying off the building.
You two stay here. Wait for the police. Gotta find the survivors fast. Sleep it off.
He was, I was thinking I could have done that, but moved that, that giant bar, but whatever you call it.
Hey, big guy.
Okay, so that's how we're gonna play it.
You okay?
Yeah. Yeah, thanks.
Fisk, your men are safe. Your turn. Who runs the demons?
Maybe he's there. Maybe he isn't. Check the roof.
He's here, but he's not here.
Cryptic Fisk talks.
To quote the Mandarin from Iron Man 3. I remember in the early trailers that character was actually Mr. Negative, so
hello again.
It's funny how what they change in the early trailers.
Oh, come on.
I don't think you have to click it right there. I may be wrong, but I tried to.
Go, go!
I sure hope that's gonna hold.
Did that just happen? Yeah.
I'm getting reports of a helicopter with a wrecking ball.
Yeah, things with the demons got complicated. Sit tight, Yuri. I got this.
Please, let me got this.
Whoa, rockets!
What a no. I don't think I'm trying to blow up the helicopter here.
That helicopter is destroying the city.
I know.
You need to bring it down.
I know.
Maybe you could superhero a little faster?
Working on it, Yuri. Call you when it's done.
I hate the rockets in these games, or in this game. Because that happens. Well, not just that, but because whenever you're fighting a big group of people, the AI in the game decides to be completely accurate and, you know, match up to what a human being would do, and they launch rockets at you from point blank range. Because that's what people do.
Hope I live to regret this.
Parkour. Nope. Crap. I'm pretty sure you can make it through that.
Hi, is this the flight to Newark? Afraid I have to ask you to pull over the helicopter, sir. I need to disable the helicopter's engines.
This can only the beginning!
Yep.
This is your master plan? Replace Fisk? Can't get to the engine while this guy's attacking me. Ah! One engine down. Now for the second.
It's the first time that ever happened to me.
Need a plan. Need a plan real fast. I guess this is the plan.
That could have hit someone, and it
Come on,
probably
Pete,
did.
You got this. You got this. You got this. You got this.
Oh, oh. Yeah, that's fun. Yeah, wow, I'm doing terrible today. I usually never miss those quick time events. Wow. That's what happens whenever you play it when you're actually rested instead of playing it, you know, sleepy.
Real fast. I guess this is the plan.
Spider-Man's just on his A, end game today.
Come on, Pete, you got this.
All right, it's R1.
You got this.
I did say I was going to hit someone for the record, so.
Please don't screw this up.
Ah, yes. Definitely probably one of the most iconic, if not fantastic, action sequences in the game. I don't know of anything else that does it that well.
These masks are so awesome. Where do you get them?
We started it!
Cool, thanks. Do they have a website?
Yes!
Whoops. Hey, Yuri. I caught the bad guys, but...
But what?
You might want to bring a ladder.
That reminds me of a,
Yo, Miles. Hey, fanboy.
Batman movie, Batman Under the Red Hood, where he does something kind of similar to that.
Oh, crap, I'm late. You coming?
Nah, I gotta get to City Hall for my dad's ceremony.
All right. Tell your pops I said congrats. MJ, did they start the ceremony yet?
They're still setting up. Where are you?
Got hung up at work. Be there soon.
Ha, hung up at work. Ha. Yeah, I'm not too familiar with My Hero Arcade.
Officers respond. We've got a 10-10 narcotics in progress.
Sorry for that
Officers
very
to
late
Gramercy,
response. I was
please report.
bogged down in that action sequence.
Friends, I've just received an update on Adrian Toombs, aka the Vulture. Apparently, this winged criminal has fallen ill with cancer, and he's been moved to the Raft's infirmary for treatment,
Wow.
which will undoubtedly cost a fortune in public funds. Now let me ask you, why do we even have an infirmary at the Raft? It's a supermax prison full of maniacs. If they get sick, let nature take its course. Now I realize that's harsh, but so is my tax bill.
Good old J. Jonah Jameson. Always being the level-headed,
It's all good, Spidey. Don't worry about it.
upstanding citizen. Oh wow, that was very rare. Now this is ripped right out of Batman Arkham games. All these little tower things, yeah, that's straight out of that. Just like the cryptographic sequencer. Oh, the simplicity of that when it first showed up. Yeah, this is the ending of Act 1, if I'm not mistaken. Which, you know, you gotta hand it to the game. It knows how to structure the story.
There's the stage entrance. And we'll be right out front.
Sounds like a lot of people out there.
You'll be fine, honey.
Last time I gave a speech, I was in high school. Miss Steinberg gave me a C-.
Well, if only Miss Steinberg could see you now.
Hey, you got this, Dad. I mean, come on, you saved Spider-Man. I'm pretty sure that makes you an official superhero.
A superhero. Or maybe I'm just a guy who doesn't give up.
Come on, honey.
Welcome, everyone. And before I hand it off to Mayor Osborn, I'd just like to say a few words.
So?
I think this gang war may finally be over.
Like over?
I mean, there's some loose ends still to be tied up, but...
Loose ends.
Well, a truck pulled away from the scene from a company called Consolidated Shipping. Something's not right about it. I just don't know what.
Well, maybe after this we can grab some coffee. Figure it out together.
Yeah.
Well, thanks, Jim. Couldn't have said it better myself, but I'll try. We all know that Officer Davis is a hero.
But, instead of coffee, maybe we could have dinner instead. I could come over, I'll cook. Or we could, you know, meet at a totally neutral location for a completely normal meal, cooked by professionals.
For acts of extraordinary bravery, above and beyond the call of duty, it is my privilege to present Officer Jefferson Davis with the Department Medal of Honor.
Phone call, sir.
Kind of in the middle of something here, Jim.
Sounds urgent, sir.
Fine. Congratulations, sir.
Thank you, Mr. Mayor. I share this honor with my family. My wife, Rio, and my son, Miles. Without their support, I couldn't do what I do.
Yes?
I've worked many years for this moment.
Who is this?
Over the coming days, your company, your city, and everything you care about will be destroyed. People will beg you for help, but you won't be able to save them.
Listen, jackass. I get threats like this twice a week. Why don't you grow a pair and tell me what you want?
To watch you suffer.
At least story-wise, they didn't do the traditional let's make Norman Osborn completely villainous. Or at least yet. They're definitely saving that for another game. But I do like how he's kind of planning and doing bad things behind the scenes.
Thank God. Can you hear me, baby? Can you hear me? Peter, squeeze my hand if you can hear me. Stay here. I'm going to find your father. Peter. Peter, wake up. Come on, say something, please.
Some pretty intense stuff.
Mom! This is crazy. Over there.
Call it in. Again, no confirmation. We lost contact with Susan McAfee, broadcasting from the Osborn rally.
Whoa! Oh, man! Mom? Mom!
Wow, that very abrupt, but
Damn it! Hurry! Think. Flipping! Are you okay?
Nice going, kid.
Are you okay?
Yes. Are you okay?
I'm alright, Mom. I'm alright. You sure you're okay?
Yes, I'm gonna be alright. I'm gonna be alright. I'm gonna be alright.
Alright, Lisa. I have to go find Dad, okay?
No, wait. Miles, no. Miles, no!
Dad's in there. I'll find him.
Miles! Stay here! Please!
Dad's alive. I know it. He was right there.
I hope I'm not going too fast. It's kind of dark for a teenager just to up and watch that happen. That too.
这边没有问题。这边好像有声音。看看讲坛那里有没有活人。没动静，接着找。
Can't cross yet. Gotta find a way around these guys.
If he turns completely around, wow. Because you know that's what I would do too. Just turn completely around like that. All right, game. Don't be doing anything stupid now. Just spawned in and you got some dude about to freak out.
Can't cross yet.
All right, I'll wait for eye in the sky right there to move out of my way.
Gotta find a way around these guys.
Oh. That was no one. Go away. So a dude can see him like out of the corner of his eye, when he's a couple inches in front of him. But, none of these guys decide to look up and see him up here. That makes sense, right? Inconsistent.
That was right there.
I would use.
Gotta help him.
Alright there, Sherlock Holmes. Why don't you stop looking around and go on somewhere?
Now.
Okay. If I get seen, it's your fault. Alright, I'm about to go for it. Because that makes sense, right? Should have gone for the head. He may have, but it looked like more of a broad swing across the shoulders.
No!
Enough! We have to leave. Now!
That's some pretty convenient writing, my friend. Let's just blow up all these people, but don't kill him. Because we gotta go. Not for anything else. Just we gotta go.
Dad! Dad! Dad, no! Wake up! Wake up! Wake up!
At least it's not the Mary Jane missions. I have nothing against playing as Mary Jane or Miles. It's just I hate that so many of those missions that's what I hate right there. Even though this is a jump forward and that's fine, but with Mary Jane's missions it's always 15 minutes later or earlier, and I'm like, why not just show us like that happened chronologically instead of jumping back in time so much? That's so frustrating. I mean, it's annoying. But besides that, I have no qualms with playing as other characters in a Spider-Man game. It kind of mixes it up a little bit. That way you're not always playing as him.
I'm sorry for your loss.
Do I know you?
I'm Peter Parker. I was at City Hall when... Look, I know you don't know me, but I just wanted to say...
I know what you're going through.
Yeah. I don't know, I just don't like the whole
right?
back and forward thing. The 15 minutes earlier thing.
Or it all gets easier with time. Or don't worry. It's a part of God's plan.
Should have been more ingrained in the story.
I know.
Yeah.
I'm sorry about that.
I could definitely see that and understand that.
I don't know what I'm gonna do with him.
I guess that's why it's only in here so much, or so little, I suppose. But I can definitely understand that. But it to me it's distracting because it's so abrupt. Like, I wouldn't mind it if it felt more natural instead of just, you know, you go back or forward and play as these characters. That's kind of annoying. But I can definitely understand keeping the focus on Spider-Man.
I'm sorry, Jeff.
Yeah. I just don't like how they're just thrown in the game. That's my
Have
problem.
you started looking for Martin Lee yet?
Or where they're placed.
No, I told you I can't start a manhunt based on a hunch from Spider-Man.
But I'm telling you, he's the guy.
Get me some solid evidence and we'll talk.
Solid evidence. Right. Hey, it's me.
Hey, so what are you thinking?
I'm thinking I screwed up, and that kid lost his father.
I know you too well to say you should give yourself a break.
I like this sort of story
What about the police?
beat or moment or what have
I'm
you.
not even looking for him. Even Yuri doesn't believe me.
Then it's up to us to find him. I've been doing some research. Go to this address. Martin Lee bought a controlling interest in this recycling center last year.
You think he's hiding out there?
Maybe. We know he's not at Feast. If he's not at the recycling center, maybe you'll find some evidence as to where he might be.
Yeah. Good work, MJ. I'll let you know what I find.
Oh, one more thing. I talked with a detective about questioning the arrested demons. They're all claiming Martin Lee has the power to, quote, corrupt people.
Corrupt? What does that mean?
They say it's sort of like mind control. It brings out the negative part of you. Makes you do things you wouldn't normally do.
Sounds a little far-fetched.
This coming from a guy who can run up walls.
Yeah, I like that whole story element with Peter and Miles. Not well, from what I know in the comics, it was nothing like that. But I like that it gives them a little bit of a mentor kind of thing.
Attention units, multiple vehicle pursuit in
Now that I think about it, that's kind of a theme in this game, is mentors. Very good writing on Insomniac's part. I was gonna let that slide, but that's very un-Spider-Man of me, so.
It isn't my favorite band of merry masked psychopaths. Here's your stuff.
I used to fail these all the time when I started playing this game. Stopping vehicles, that was like a pain for me. Some days you can't get rid of a bomb. And especially like that.
Just like that movie with the bomb on the bus. What was it called?
I really enjoyed the, there's a Sandman cameo in this game. He apparently Spider-Man had sucked him into a container, and he's one of the collectibles in the game. So that was kind of interesting.
MJ's hunch was right. Place is crawling with demons. Gotta take these guys out, then have a look around.
我坏了。
给点药就可以了。
还是不行。
让我试一试。
这是我该做的，让我来吧。
Oh, I did not know that. I might need to do that. That used to. Yeah, I used to struggle with that because mainly because it came out of nowhere. But I didn't know that. I might need to do that then. Because sometimes that's jarring to me. For some strange reason, don't know why. I guess I'm used to playing like God of War and sort of those type of quick taps to your to quick time events, as opposed to holding stuff or tapping it. Just one and done, I suppose. Yeah, I'm surprised no one saw that one. Okay, he's not gonna go down easily. But he might. Or he will, I should say. Gotcha. I'm gonna look at that in a few minutes. See if that changes anything. So far as, you know, me being a little bit more competent at in doing my quick time events. Of course it'll change something, but oh, okay, I did not know you could do that with big guys. Apparently so. Alright then. Usually it's those big enemies that you have to, like, you know, that doesn't work on, or at least in the Arkham games that was always the case. There was a trophy for doing that. I already got it.
Okay, that's all of them. High security lock. They use these on banks, not recycling centers. Maybe if I can find where it gets its power from.
Oh no, why'd I do that?
Looks like I could override the circuit. Need my electric webs.
And you have them.
Well, that did something. It looks like the circuits need a little more juice.
Yeah, that's true. I'm glad they actually pointed that out more so, and that was never, to me, like, hammered home very well in some of the movies, but the MCU did a good job in Civil War showing that, and in Spider-Man Homecoming.
Looks like the circuit's still stable. Maybe there's another junction box close by.
Because that spider, or super strength it's no joke.
Gotcha. Almost there. One more box should do it.
Wait a minute. There's 1, 2. There it is. I always thought there was always 3. The rule of 3.
Uh-huh.
I've been playing Darksiders 3, and that was actually a running gag in a scene. There were some characters talking about why is it always 3, and it was so funny. It was very meta, because they were almost making fun of video games. Ah. Who uses doors anymore? I mean, I do, but I'm old-fashioned.
Oh, man. man. These must be where they're planning to attack. Wait, these are Osborn campaign offices.
All the paths originate from the same address. Lots of high-tech equipment. Maybe later I can recycle this stuff into some weapons of my own.
Guns.
Guns from Fisk's armory. Truck bombs? This is crazy. Explosives from Fisk's construction site. This wasn't a gang war. The demons were stealing from Fisk to go after Mayor Osborn.
Hey, did you finally?
Yeah, it was.
No, but you were right.
It was funny
He's using this place as a front for the demons.
to hear
Bomb-making,
characters
gun-running.
talking about that.
My God.
And it looks like they're planning another attack. This time on Norman Osborn's campaign offices.
We must have some kind of beef with Norman Osborn.
I found an address here. I think it's their staging area. If I hurry, I might be able to stop them.
Be careful.
Yuri, it's me.
Make it quick. I'm busy getting yelled at by my boss.
Martin Lee and the demons are planning another attack, this time on Norman Osborn's campaign offices.
Are you sure? We've had a lot of false leads.
Sometimes those jokes are kind of hit or miss.
Trust me on this one. I'm sending you the address of a recycling center. You'll find all the evidence there.
And
Got
sometimes
it. I'll get those campaign offices evacuated. But
they
if you're
border.
wrong about this, you're gonna help me find a new job.
They border on the They border on like not flashbacks, but they border on the foreshadowing in some instances. I'm thinking like maybe like the Joker in the Batman Arkham games. So his like meta jokes are kind of like, okay, I get it, but like whenever a character like legitimately does it for the sake of being meta, or the writers put that in there for the sake of being, you know, almost self-aware, it's really, really, really good. Some characters get the pass, you know, Joker, Deadpool, etc., but when done well and within the right circumstances, it's fun to listen to. I love that little detail every time Spider-Man swings through a tree and you hear the leaves and the branches scraping. I love that. In almost every other Spider-Man game I've ever played, there's been no attention to that detail, so far as I recall. There may have been in Spider-Man 2, but I don't remember.
Consolidated shipping. A lot of guys.
Spider-Man 2 was a classic.
Try to do this quietly.
Or is a classic.
But also with style.
First. Otherwise, this is gonna get real nasty real fast. Ooh. Yeah, someone saw me just then. Isn't he right there? Yep. Oh yeah, Spider-Man 2 it's real. I could really knock it a little bit because I'm just not a big fan of movie tie-in material like that was, but at the same time it did it so well that I can't really fault it. And it was its own thing too. Like it had a lot of stuff that didn't show up in the movies, and a lot of characters and stuff that really helped the story. It would be fun to go back and try to replay that. But then again, it's so dated and probably kind of, I don't know, it might ruin the experience a little bit. But then again, that's coming from someone who loved X-Men Legends and Marvel Ultimate Alliance. And those games are pretty dated too. Okay, it's looking like I might have to go loud. Or that was the wrong one. Oh no, it wasn't. Good thing there was another sniper over here. Oh wow. So sometimes this game's a little finicky about that, and it's so annoying. They'll see you sometimes, but not all the time. Or maybe that's just me being a little excessively, griping about it. But. Yeah, I don't even have time for him. There's more? Jeez Louise. Yeah, I think we all know what I'm about to do. Well, if I can get to the right position. There you go. Probably killed him, but that's
not out here. Better check
one way
inside.
to do it.
Huh. Invoice from an auto shop. Pale Horse Rides. That's one expensive tune-up. What else can I find around here?
Not so subtle biblical reference there for Tombstone.
Bases all around the city.
I bet he thought it was artsy.
This is bigger than I thought. Looks like the demons have an army.
It's Whiplash. No, he's probably actually a better villain than Whiplash, though.
One deadly glowing whip wasn't enough.
Yeah, I was rewatching the MCU. Okay. Rewatching the MCU for Avengers Endgame, and I'm not a fan of Iron Man 2, so that's.
I don't know what I was expecting, but it was definitely
not
not
a fan.
this.
Some people give Iron Man 3 a lot of flack, but I actually think it's, Citizen Kane in comparison to Iron Man 2.
No, but I found something we should look into. A place called Pale Horse Rides.
Sounds familiar. I'll check it out and get back to you.
That's probably gonna come back and haunt me right there. I don't think it's these guys, but it's the guys from Rikers. Their sort of whip suits. Those guys annoy me to no end, because as soon as you start doing something like this and you do good combos and you're, being Spider-Man and actually fighting all over the place, they'll rip you out of the sky with the whips, and that's so annoying.
Copy, Silverbird. We're descending to location. There's another one. Safety's off.
Well, this is new.
Here we have
This one's mine. All right.
some
I'm executing this.
jack-booted, goose-stepping
That's not how we do things. Down.
security forces.
Code SM1.
Whoa, whoa! Before we do this, who the hell are you guys?
Code SM1. Code SM1. Holding for orders.
Copy Code SM1. I have a visual. Hold for Silverbird.
Yeah.
Nice entrance. Solid 8 out of 10.
Yeah, I think those are the same or similar guys. The Hammerheads guys. Yeah. These guys, the demon whip enemies, they're fine in comparison.
Release him. He works with us.
Yuri, explanation, please?
This is Silver Sablinova, head of Sable International, a private security force. Paid for by Mayor Osborn.
I may be wrong, but that's a very, very
Next time you get in my way,
on the nose name.
I will not be so gentle. Go. We'll talk later.
Oh, never mind. It is her actual name in the comics. Okay. Very subtle, Marvel. Very, very subtle.
Hey, sorry about that Sable thing. I should have told you earlier, but it all happened so fast.
It's okay. We're still best buds.
We're not best buds.
Yeah, since you played the
dark turn.
Anyway,
yeah,
Sable has
they
the
are.
mayor's ear
The
and
DLC
unchecked
enemies
authority.
are
We've searched that address you gave
kind
me,
of frustrating.
found plenty of evidence of a bomb plot, but nothing that leads back to Martin Lee.
Also kind of changes a lot of characters like Yuri. But that's understandable since she's a villain in the comics.
Hey, so I dredged up some records on Martin Lee's other business holdings. He's got places all over the city.
Huh. The locations line up with a map I found at that shipping business. I'll check them out.
Let me know what you find at each one, and I'll
I did love
you got it.
Hammerhead in the DLC.
Feast to see if I can learn more about why he's doing this.
Only in the second
and
one,
what
though.
he's got planned next.
Okay, say hi to May for me. Wait, you don't think she's in danger, do you?
No. Lee's only got one target on his mind. Norman Osborn.
Yeah, I didn't like his characters, or him in the third Silver Linings episode, but I did like him in Turf War. He was very, very cool.
Stable control. What's the status of our position in touchdown?
Demons are firing on CCP Bravo. Need backup.
That's another call for Doc.
Peter, I wanted to make sure you're still available. I can't pay you yet, but I've pulled enough strings to keep the wolves from the door a bit longer. If we can get up and running, I know this new version of the project will attract investment. Massive investment. Stay ready.
Fingers triple crossed, Doc.
Yeah, and I've loved Dr. Octopus in this game. Or Otto, I guess. He doesn't call himself that, so far as I recall. Yeah, I think is this the Martin Lee, another Martin Lee mission, I think. He tries to pull that good old Batman move. I'm going out of town for a little bit, and I think it comes back and bites him.
Peter. If you're running this place,
If I'm not
while Mr.
mistaken.
Lee's out of town, who's doing your old job?
Or at least it happens later, I think.
Me. But I could always use more help. You know anyone?
Actually, I do. His name is Miles Morales.
Why does that sound familiar?
His father was being honored at City Hall.
Oh.
I talked to him at the funeral.
He's a smart kid. He's just having a tough time.
I knew a boy like that once.
I remember it helped to, stay busy. Might help him too. Here's his mom's number.
Thanks. I'll give her a call.
Hey, you haven't heard from Mr. Lee, have you?
No, why?
Just curious. I've got a few minutes before work. I'm gonna look around, see if there's anything else I can do to help you out.
Oh, you don't have to.
I know. I want to. I should check out Lee's office.
Pete, glad to see you're okay.
Hanging in there.
May said you were at the bombing.
Thanks. I appreciate it.
Notice that spill.
I heard
So
the deputy mayor was brainwashed. I don't feel safe anymore.
oh, there was one.
Hey, I heard you were at City Hall for the bombing. You okay?
That was phrased very oddly, and it irked me a little bit. For the bombing, I was like,
If I had powers,
don't know if that's why he was there, but
I'd be a TV star.
I'd be a pro wrestler. Best gimmick ever.
a pro wrestler. That's... That other spill is somewhere, but I don't know if my OCD can allow it to go by unnoticed. It's probably in this area, I would imagine.
I could really use a muffin. A blueberry muffin.
Or not.
Did I take my meds already?
Definitely in there, yep.
This office is locked. How do I get in there?
I mean, that would
Quietly.
make sense.
Huh. Never seen that room before.
Nothing suspicious about that at all.
Whoa, what the... There.
Way ahead of you.
High voltage lines. What needs this much power?
I understand, but the account number is in Mr. Lee's office, which is inaccessible. I will call you back as soon as I can get that information. No, I don't know when that will be. What'd Ben do?
That room I saw from the crawl space. It should be right on the other side of the shrine. Lee's parents. Looks like there's a keyhole in the frame. I thought Lee's parents abandoned him. Why build a shrine to the people who threw you away? This is the ghost story Lee's father read to him. About a demon that could only be mastered through balance. Lee did so much for New York. can't believe he was hiding such darkness inside him. Lee's journal. Bet this fits the lock in the portrait. Looks like this note is for May.
They really went overboard with this character in this game. Very enjoyable to see him.
The shrine in the photo is missing the picture.
All the main villains, really. Him and Dr. Octavius. Let's see. I forgot how to do this.
Some kind of puzzle lock. That seems right. Oh, I see.
I think I messed up that bottom one.
Yes.
Yep. At least these weren't Uncharted level puzzles. Can't do those. Unless I've played it enough.
What are you hiding, Lee? Lee sure is obsessed with masks. Is it a Jungian thing? Like, he needed to pretend to be someone else to let his darkest feelings out? Pretended to be a demon, until he became one. Lee's giving his powers to the others. How does Lee imbue these with his power? Bioelectric induction? Compressed phase shift? This is all about Norman Osborn. His whole career. Lee must have been obsessed with him.
I'd never noticed that picture.
This article is decades old.
There.
Must be back when Oscorp was first founded.
No.
Oscorp lost a lawsuit about improper clinical trials years ago.
Peter,
Did they cover this up?
You didn't remember, it's not Oscorp. It's Oscorp. A friend of mine pointed that out to me, and I almost lost it. I think that's one of the most cheesiest, stupidest things to say.
Lee was keeping tabs on Wilson Fisk, too. Trying to predict when he'd fall.
I have no qualms with Norman and Otto working together, but that Oscorp thing was just so cheesy and stupid. Oh, that's not creepy at all.
Whoa. This is the folder MJ found at the auction house.
Can feel my power growing, feeding off my anger. Can feel my power growing, feeding off my anger. Father would say I've lost the path of balance, but he could never understand. The only way to fight a monster is to become one.
Well, don't know about all that, but...
This might help us figure out what Lee's planning next.
It's a trap!
Phew. It's a burn room, wired to destroy evidence.
Or to quote my version of Admiral Akbar, it's a tarp. Well. Oh.
One more. Elise had found this. Or May. Don't want to think of what could have happened. Now, how do I get out of here?
Hello, Peter.
Oh, there it is.
Mr. Lee.
Messed up on that old Bruce Wayne.
I thought you were out of town.
Did you find what you were looking for?
Excuse.
Martin, you're back.
You get that.
Thank you.
And heading off again shortly, I'm afraid. Just needed a few things from my office.
You must have heard about City Hall.
Yes. Tragic.
Peter was there. He was very lucky.
At an Osborn rally. I didn't know you were a fan. Well, what matters is you are both safe.
Amen.
But the bombers are still out there. Who knows what they've planned next?
I don't think you or May have anything to worry about. As long as you stay away from places you're not supposed to be. Well, I should go.
When will you be back?
Passive aggressive as all get out.
When my work is done.
Wait!
Captain Watanabe.
I finally got your evidence. Head to the Feast Center in Chinatown.
What am I going to find?
A nice lady named May Parker. And some really weird stuff hidden in Lee's office. But listen, he's got another attack planned.
Where? When?
Still working on that, but I think he's going to use something called Devil's Breath.
Sounds destructive. What is it?
A substance created by Oscorp. Probably a bioweapon of some kind.
I
have a folder full of info on it.
suspected that was gonna be
I'll send copies as soon as I can.
Okay, we'll check his office. If the evidence stands up, I'll put out an APB.
I always suspected that was like
MJ,
gonna be
hey.
what turns Norman into
Just checking
Green
in.
Goblin, but
Peter, hey. Can I call you back?
perhaps it was a little
I
too
think
predictable.
you'll want to hear this. Wait, why are you whispering?
Oh no.
In the middle of something. How about we catch up over dinner?
15 minutes earlier.
Oh, sure. I'll even cook.
Cool. See ya.
Wait, remember how you told me about Lee's corrupting touch? I think I just saw it in action.
How?
Some perfectly nice homeless people just jumped me. Thing is, they had glowing eyes. And I remembered Yuri telling me something similar about the guard who released Shocker.
So Shocker was working for Lee? It's all connected.
There's more, but I guess we'll talk about it at dinner.
Yeah, see ya.
Dinner. My Wilson Fisk Science Prize trophy. And check. I couldn't turn it down without arousing suspicion, but no way was I gonna take his money. Even though we could have used it. I did accept the lifetime supply of backpacks, though.
I imagine that came in handy.
Naval team stationed in Trinity. What's your status?
Oh, hi, Doctor. How are you?
Parker, exciting news. Come by the lab.
Like now?
This is my defining moment. Can't wait to show you.
Cool. I've got dinner planned. Can I come by later?
Dinner can wait. You need to see this, Peter.
Okay. Be right there.
I needed to see that. I wonder if this means I have a job again. Guess I can stop by. Just for a minute.
Yeah, he messed up there. It's one of the first times I've ever consciously done that. Sometimes I don't even pay any attention to those challenges. Plus, this is New Game Plus, so I'm just playing through mainly to get the trophy. So I imagine you stream a little bit of it too. It's a fun game. I really enjoy it. Just I had to play it twice because some of my data got corrupted.
Hey, rooftop is a barbecue,
Wow.
not firefight.
This was like yeah. I hate that right there. If I had any fault with this game that is incredibly like just pertinent so far as I'm concerned, it's that one. That pisses me off. I mean, it makes no sense. Why would you shoot at someone and like 2 feet away from you with a rocket launcher? I know they take out pistols, and I would much rather them have an automatic rifle or something that, you know, it's kind of packs a little bit more of a punch. That's fine. But the whole shooting you at point blank range with a RPG, that's just ridiculous.
Saving the city I love from falling into chaos. So, pretty average day so far.
Oh yeah, they're talking to him now, but later they try to kill him.
My ESU ID badge from my semester as a teaching assistant. Didn't have time to stick with it, but I could definitely see teaching again someday.
He's a very austere looking fellow. Alright. I forgot which part of the story we're on with Dr. Octavius. I think this is just where he gets the new money from a little company called Advanced Idea Mechanics. Yeah, it's not something a human being would do, and I would be fine with it if it was from a robot, now that you mentioned that. It would make complete sense, but coming from another human being who actually, you know, is alive, yeah, that's not a logical decision. I'm alright with them shooting at you from a distance, and as I said, if it was a robot, but not coming from a human being.
Hey, Doctor.
Hello, Peter. I'll be just a minute.
Wow. Look at all this new stuff.
We really need to get better about organizing our workspace. Where did you get all this equipment?
Called in every last favor. Took out a few loans. It's
Yep,
like we're starting
there it is.
over once again.
AIM.
This time's going to be different.
Our first volunteer subject, Lance Corporal Texidor. Lost his arm overseas and now just wants to hug his daughter again. You've been busy.
Just getting started. You know, until now, we've been looking at prosthetics from the wrong perspective. Why restore people to what they better? Okay, I think that should do it.
Yeah. But still, I like a little bit more of a human mind behind some things.
Ready?
Or maybe that's what they were designed to be. They were designed to be annoying. I guess only the... Yeah, I don't know.
Everything okay?
Damn it! This is all your fault, Norman, you son of a...
Well, I know who you're not voting for in the next election. Sorry. I have a habit of making bad jokes in tense situations.
It was a good joke, Parker. Just a bit of an overreaction on my part.
No, don't worry. Why don't you take a break? I'll clean this up and get us ready for another test. So, hope you don't mind me asking, but it seems you and Norman have a bit of a history.
We were lab partners in college. Became friends. Decided to start a business. We both had visions of changing the world, just in different ways.
Wait, you were at Oscorp
Yeah.
when it started?
I'm half the reason it's called Oscorp.
I guess you
In grad
gotta...
school, everyone called us the O's.
Oh, no, there it is right there.
Add Corp to that, and, well, it is a catchy name.
No, it's not a
why'd you
catchy
leave?
name, but... But yeah,
Norman
that...
became more and more obsessed with genetics.
I don't know, that logic is
We
just
started a
kind of
project I considered unethical.
silly to me.
And there was this...
Not asking for complete realism, but just something that makes
lawyers
sense.
got involved. I chose to leave in exchange for a settlement.
Oh, that's
But that
feasible.
money didn't last very long. I've relied on grants ever since. If this project doesn't work...
Don't worry, it'll work. Let me just fix this up.
I'll brew some fresh coffee.
A little bit of a
Be sure to
side.
run a diagnostic on the control unit. Could be a short.
I can't see how people drink coffee late in the evening. My grandfather used to do that. It was black coffee.
Huh.
Yeah, straight up. Just
No
bitter
good.
crap.
Gotta
But,
reroute this circuit.
but still, I can't... Yeah, that caffeine, that shock to the system that late in the day, nah, no thank you. I can understand it a little bit, but not a coffee fan. Alright. That was pretty impressive for me, because usually I mess up on one of those negative or positive charges. Not that I don't do math, but I just kind of don't care about it.
Oh,
Plug and chug.
Why don't you do the honors this time?
I think we did it.
Next step, neural interface.
That's a lot of work for you to do by yourself. Sure you can handle it?
Apparently not, judging by today's debacle.
Because I still haven't found another job.
My funds are still...
I know. It's okay. Don't worry, I'll figure it out. What's a few bucks when you're trying to change the world, right?
to changing the world.
Missed call from MJ. Doctor, I need to go, but I'll be back later.
Don't worry, the work will still be here when you get back.
What's that?
What?
Wait, Is this the raft? Are you doing work for the Supermax prison?
Indeed. They're soliciting bids to modernize their security.
Yeah.
Figured I'd try my hand.
Work.
Lucrative contract and a satisfyingly difficult nut to crack.
I have my suspicions that that was actually not legitimate work, given what he actually does. But I digress. Probably going to play the next mission, and I'm probably going to call it for the stream. I think it's going to be another one of those Mary Jane missions. Which, as I said, wouldn't minded it if it was actually cohesive in the story instead of rewinding time every 5 minutes you play as her.
Hey, sorry I missed your call. We still on for dinner?
Dinner? Oh, yeah. I was calling you about something else, but yeah, we should talk over dinner.
Offer still stands for me to come over and cook.
Oh, really? Well, I like to take risks. I'm still out, but I'll grab some stuff at the store and let you know when I'm home.
Okay, talk soon. All right, dinner at MJ's. No expectations. Be hard to screw this one up. Guess I'll just freelance for a while until she calls.
Wrong one.
I thought web swinging would let me get pizzas delivered fast. And it did.
Pizza
Fast
time.
And smashed.
Good old pizza time. Yeah, I agree with that. And it's fine in certain games, in certain instances, but to me, I don't know, it's tedious, boring, and frustrating. And I don't like all my games to be like that. That's part of the reason why I'm on the fence about getting Sekiro, I think. Very Dark Souls kind of game. And I've seen how those go. You know, I have tried to like diffuse these situations, the hostage situations, without like without getting into like shootouts like that, and every time it turns into Verdun. Like everyone just ends up blowing stuff up. Maybe I'm not good at the stealth aspect of that. I've heard that Devil May Cry was good. I've never played those games before. That's why I'm on the fence about Sekiro or Sekiro. That's I'm saying it wrong.
Please proceed to Madison.
I just like that. I liked God of War. It's not the same, obviously, but it gives me those God of War vibes. So. Definitely not the same gameplay-wise, but I like that sort of the Japan setting, and
I love laying out bullies.
yeah, I just like that kind of stuff. Has a kind of gothic look to it as well, that God of War kind of had in some instances. Yeah, I've watched plenty of YouTube compilations of people freaking out on almost all the Dark Souls games, and I'm like, I don't know if that's for me. And then someone made a YouTube video as well explaining that the games weren't hard or impossible, but they're difficult, and I was like, get out of here with that mess. It's like, so you're just trying to make other people feel bad. They definitely seem to be challenging though. Sometimes I like that. Sometimes. I'm actually about to go back and replay all the Kingdom Hearts games on a higher difficulty.
All right, I picked up
On
a
the
bunch of
highest
stuff at the store.
difficulty, I think.
Can't wait to see what you come up with.
Swinging over now. Prepare to be amazed.
An Oscorp visitor badge from when I interviewed there. Would have paid well, but Dr. Octavius offered the chance to really make a difference.
That's kind of funny. They actually put all that discrepancy stuff on the back. Alright, here we go. Yeah, I'm deciding to go back and replay all the Kingdom Hearts games on whichever difficulty gives you the highest, or not the highest, but the trophies. I don't know if it's critical or proud, but I'm down for either one. So that's gonna be fun. That's a very eloquent way of putting that. I'm gonna have to bear that in mind as I keep mulling over getting any of those games.
Peter, you are not gonna believe what happened. So you know that address you gave me? I went there.
MJ.
I know, but wait.
What is this?
Just listen.
Here it is. I'm not even gonna look at the screen because it's gonna make me mad. If it was 15 minutes earlier, then why didn't you actually put it in the game 15 minutes earlier? Or earlier in the day? Okay. But still.
This is the address Pete found. Men are all carrying firearms. What is this place? That office. Might be something inside that connects this to Lee. Need to get back there.
Huh? What was that? What dumbass can't put their shit away? Bet it was Happy.
Happy Hogan? I hope not.
Shot a rat.
Yeah, I actually don't mind this version of Tombstone.
Out of my way.
Martin Lee's really paying the boss?
Yeah, we build this war beast and finances the boss's new venture. Win-win.
It's kind of interesting.
Clean your slag off that sloppy well. Boss sees that, he'll be pissed. Rick! Boss wants to talk to you. Get in here.
Need to get into that office.
It's kind of interesting. I think he's a nice alternative to Wilson Fisk's very elitist,
What are they building?
seemingly respectable businessman.
You tried any yet? Only samples. Boss is still perfecting the recipe. Man, just got a kick. What's going on?
Easy does it.
Of course they did this.
What kind of vehicle needs tires this big?
Where is it? I swear I left it over here. Yo, has anyone seen the 316 socket driver?
Yep.
Get a new research saw. Heard something.
Wait!
Yep. I knew that was gonna happen as soon as I hit that glass. Yep. I do miss the Batman Arkham Game Over conversations. Playing this on New Game Plus. I'm surprised you didn't see me.
Yo, has anyone seen the 316 socket driver?
When we get a new research saw?
Hey,
What is this?
anyone pick up more beer?
Some kind of military hardware? Office must be to my right. Need to move careful through here.
Between Batman or this game? Or
Yo, man.
just any game.
Boss being so intense about putting GPS trackers on everything.
Protecting trade secrets. Doesn't want any word on grave dust leaking out.
Still,
I'm not sure.
Get back to work.
I couldn't answer that. It's definitely worth considering now that you mention it. I'm walking through all this glass.
Alchemax. Why is that so familiar?
Not till we toss the empties.
I don't know.
Lost ones are lost in a Jersey
I think this game's field of view is kind of silly sometimes. I mean, it's not bad, but it's like sometimes it's just kind of like, why didn't you see me? Or you saw me and you didn't see me in the same situation earlier. I don't know. And the Arkham games can get a little iffy too. Thinking maybe some of the Assassin's Creed games. Couldn't tell you which one though, but those field of views were kind of believable. But I never played Crysis, but I would definitely be interested in that. I think I have it on Steam if I'm not mistaken, so I might need to give it a go and see about that. But usually it would be a stealth-based game, kind of like that, I suppose. That'll give me something to think about now.
What's in these?
And pay attention to as well.
Boss, come on! We'll never notice!
Definitely one series that is not on the table so far as I'm concerned as field of view would be Call of Duty.
You're right, Rick.
The stealth missions in those games are kind of just bleh.
Cause it won't be there.
But Call of Duty kind of is a dying breed for me.
I said I'll fix it!
If I want something shootery, it works, but outside of that,
stones, Rick.
it doesn't work for me anymore.
Let's see if they break.
Yes, yeah, Middle-earth, that's another good one. I haven't played it on the highest difficulty, but I will agree that the field of view is fantastic in those games. And very, believable. You don't have people seeing you from outrageous distances.
And now I need a new welder.
Thinking about that, I love Wolfenstein, and I like to pay closer attention to that in those games. Granted, Wolfenstein allows you to shoot a target from 100 yards away with a pistol. But yeah, I'm gonna pay closer attention to that when I go back and replay those games, because I'm pretty sure I will. Those are my favorite shooters recently.
What was that?
BioShock was pretty good too, but I don't know about the field of view.
Made it. Blueprints. An APC. This is what they're building for Lee. But why does he need an armored vehicle? There must be... Here we go. GPS trackers. What is Tombstone using these for?
All right, boys. Time to move. Get the gear from my office.
Time to go.
Okay, I want to say don't ever do that again, but since I know you're going to anyway, here. Take a few of those next time.
Nice. Thanks.
You know Tombstone is crazy and pretty much invincible, right?
Everybody has their weakness. Mine is... whatever you're cooking right now. It smells amazing.
The chicken curry. Just needs some time to simmer.
No dumplings, I hope.
You're never gonna let me live that one down, are you?
Nope.
The Great Dumpling Catastrophe.
I still can't believe they evacuated the entire building.
I know, and in January, too. Your neighbors hated me.
Yeah, they were pretty happy when we broke up.
Yeah.
So, let's talk about what you found in Lee's office.
Well, Lee clearly has issues with Norman Osborn.
Yeah, but why?
I don't know yet. But his next move looks like it involves Devil's Breath. Whatever that is.
Yeah.
Yeah, I was so banking on that being
I'll
what
dig
turns
into it.
Norman into Green Goblin, but
So I was thinking, what if we teamed up?
You want to be my sidekick?
yeah, I mean,
Like a spider girl?
I don't know.
Woman.
No.
That is
not
worrisome though,
sidekick.
isn't it? It's like people are like, I'm fine with this, and it's like, really? Or they hide it behind higher difficulties, and I think that's also frustrating. I like a challenge, but I don't like to rip my hair out.
Hey, it's your crime system thingy. It's like a
Yeah,
residential
I mean,
break-in.
graffics are good, and I think we've come a long way.
Charles
And
Standish.
granted, I think that we could still do better,
Sounds
but
familiar.
I wouldn't push
Oh,
that as hard
that's
as we've been
Corp
pushing
CFO.
it. I think, or
Wait.
not we, but as the industry has
don't
been
think this
pushing.
has
I'm not
anything to do
part of
with
the
me, do
industry, but
Sorry to cook and run.
Did you
But yeah, I
just
mean,
leave your
look at these.
clothes
I
on
mean,
the
the
kitchen
graphics
floor?
are fantastic. Kingdom Hearts 3, fantastic graphics. God of War. Even Sekiro doesn't really have, to me, like fantastic graphics, but I'm
where do
pretty
you
sure it
want me
makes
to
up
go?
for it somewhere
Couch is
else.
fine.
So I think you can
See you later.
let that slide. I think in some instances. But I do agree. The AI should definitely be the next move. Not asking for complete and utter realism, but something that's a little bit more feasible. I want to say I've played one of those before, but I don't remember which one it was.
Hey, it's me.
This curry is legit.
I might have to go back
so
and
what
replay
do we know
it.
about Charles Standish?
Or see where I played it on.
Chief Financial Officer at Oscorp. Single.
I don't know where I
known
played
for
it
his art collection.
before.
If Lee's after him, it's gotta be related to Devil's Breath.
I'll have to
I'll run a search on
find
everything
it
in that
somewhere.
file.
Let me know the second you find something. I think Lee might be planning something even worse than City Hall.
So, are we partners now? Because it sure feels like we are.
Partners. Sounds good.
Okay. See ya, partner.
Well, I think I'm gonna hop off right here. It's a good stopping point, I suppose. But yeah, thanks for tuning in. It's been fun. I'll probably be back on sometime tomorrow.
Location is north of
Probably
Houston. Over.
maybe 6 or 7 p.m. Central Time.
Today is a day for somber reflection. For mourning. Honoring
That's
fallen
with
heroes
Wolfenstein
like
as well.
Jefferson
Kills on too. I
also
love
a
the
day to
AI.
vow
That it's not Call of Duty AI, but it's strategic. You know, they throw grenades, but they don't like keep throwing grenades to the point where it's like, that's stupid.
That
You know, they'll
cowardly
push you
act
as well.
is squarely the responsibility
But
of
yeah,
whoever
I might end up
We're gonna
streaming that
keep New York
sometime soon.
safe.
I really love
no
those
longer
games.
tolerate the kind of lawlessness Spider-Man and his ilk
But-
represent. This is our
But yeah,
city.
I'll probably stream again tomorrow
My
sometime,
God.
6 or 7 p.m. Central Standard Time. So if you want to tune in again then, or I'm pretty sure I'll have it on my channel. So you can always tune back in. But thanks for coming. I've enjoyed it.